Parents of Reddit, what's something that you think teenagers of Reddit need to hear? There's nothing wrong with not liking to talk to people, as long as you're friendly. Don't force yourself to be talkative, just because others want you to be. You'll still need to learn social skills like gauging trustworthiness, effective communication, and helpfulness. However, you don't need to force yourself to be talkative to be socially adept. You would have to be mindful. Learn to say no. If a request makes you uncomfortable, you can say no, even if it's to family or friends. It's healthy to set boundaries and learn to respect others people's too. I'm a senior in college about to graduate, and I'm taking this weird but very fun elective dance class. One of the warm-ups we do is this partner activity where you sort of give each other a mini massage. It's a small class where I know everyone, besides which we choose our own partners, so it's not like you're going to end up with someone who you don't want to touching you. But our professor has this rule that you have to say no at least once during the warm-up. Even if you're not necessarily uncomfortable, just pick a time and tell your partner to stop. She says it's because we don't get enough practice saying no in our lives, but it's an important skill. And she's right. Even when I'm given full permission, I find it hard to tell people to stop, just because I'm so used to being polite and always saying yes. Currently teaching behavioral sciences to high schoolers, this has inspired me to create a lesson plan for this week on having them say no. I hadn't ever thought about giving them practice. Thank you for the inspiration. That's great. I'll tell my professor. I bet she'd love to hear that. Your body parts won't all grow at the same speed. Don't panic. Everything will probably even out. Probably. Maybe. Me telling my teen self, don't let your emotions dictate your choices. The teen self, don't tell me what to do. If your parents are good people, you should try talking to them about your problems. Don't let embarrassment get in the way. As a parent of older teens, I'd like to offer a small bit of advice to parents of younger kids. Always volunteer to drive them places. Your kid might not voluntarily talk to you at home, but they will in the car. I have no idea why this is. I figured this out quite by accident. I'm certain smarter people than me know why. Their friends too. Their friends will talk to you in the car, and if you have a bunch of kids in the car, they'll almost forget you're there, and you'll hear all kinds of things. So yeah, be the parent that they can always count on for a ride. My sister works in aftercare/social care for fostered teenagers, and she's also found it's easier to get them to talk whilst driving. She thinks it's to do with being able to have a conversation about sensitive subjects without having to look at each other. Also evening driving, as people seem to be more comfortable being honest at night/twilight. Maybe something to do with the safety of being hidden in shadows. I'm not religious, but I think the Catholic Church hit on a kernel of good wisdom with the confessional boxes being sequestered in darkness and side by side, rather than face on. I knew you were masturbating. I'm just not going to say anything. Your parents are just flawed people too. They are mostly trying their best, but will still make mistakes. I absolutely agree. It is also important as parents to own your mistakes in front of your children. Not only does it teach them that we are not perfect, it shows we are willing to accept when we are wrong, apologize, and we will learn to do better, accept their point of view and advice. If it is about them personally too, it is important to let them accept your apology in their own time too. It shows that there are consequences, even as adults, and it also teaches that sometimes a sorry isn't always enough. Nobody is perfect. We will all mistakes along the way. It is how we deal with it that matters. It's okay to take some time to take care of your mental health. Nobody will hate you for it. In fact, it's more than okay. It should be encouraged, and this could easily be implemented in classes at school. At my school, they're trying to implement mental health teaching around the school, but they're doing it wrong. They're teaching to eat junk food and meditate. But it's important to note that caring for mental health can be as simple as reading a good book for a few hours when you're getting stressed. Delete your internet profiles every few years. Your boss in 5 years does not want to see your sheet from today, and we all post dumb sheet. Google yourself and make sure those accounts are deleted as well. This. Also, as someone who's worked in it, there is no such thing as anonymous. Everything you do online can be traced. that we love and care about them. I think we often get caught up in day-to-day life and forget to tell them this. I know my mother loves me, but she never told us, nor did she ever hug us or show physical affection. So sometimes it's still hard to believe that I can be loved. She did her best raising us as a single mother, and her being left by our father because he didn't love her anymore seemed to translate to us a bit. I didn't feel affection growing up. I just remember bitterness and sadness. I know it wasn't easy for her. If I have kids, I'm going to do things differently. To my former teenage self, when they say, don't do drugs until your brain is fully developed, there's a reason, and you should list it. Thanks for the awards. That includes alcohol, BTW. If I could tell my 14-year-old self that'd be nice. Alcohol is honestly one of the biggest ones to avoid. Alcohol is a shitty drug. It can kill you and harm others around you. If not that, it makes you do some stupid stuff while on it. But hey, it's legal. Making it illegal does more harm than good. People just gotta control and educate themselves better before taking the risk. Cliques and high school mentality exist forever. Some people just never grow up. A lot of people try to glamorize high school and make you think your high school years are the best years of your life. For a lot of people, this just isn't true. It's okay not to like high school or to feel like you don't belong. You are not alone. It gets better. High schoolers deal with a lot of heavy shit. A lot of mental illness comes to light at this age, including depression and anxiety, but also heavier stuff. Many who struggle with these issues won't get help until years later. High school kids also deal with a lot of issues, like identity issues, bullying, pressure to conform, disputes with parents, the pressure associated with juggling work, school, and life that often get better once high school is done. Hang in there, it does get better. There are lots of paths to a successful, happy life, not just the one that involves straight A's in the Ivy League or other top colleges. Ironically, most parents tell teens the exact opposite. Not all of us were built for staring at a computer screen for 8+ hours a day. I toiled for years shifting paper and making zero actual impact on society until I took the leap and changed careers to become a heritage carpenter. Today I enjoy going to work, and at the end of the day I have created or remade something tangible that will last for 100 years. Did I make more money at the desk job? Yes, but the satisfaction on working hard and maintaining our history is worth more than the extra money. Not a parent, but a teacher. Once you're 11 or 12 years old, you need to take daily showers, change your shirt, socks and underwear, and wear deodorant every day. I'm serious. There's always one or two in every class. Yes, it really sucks when you have to sit by that person. In my home economics class, this girl has swum before and always smells of Bo on top of the overpowering chlorine smell. It's gross, and I feel bad for scooching over, but the smell is so bad. Procrastinating is like masturbating, you are only ducking yourself. If I do my homework, does that mean I get to duck someone else? Be calm when arguing your point of view. Accept criticism, shrug off the type of personal attacks and ad hominems that don't contribute to the debate, and don't measure how right you are by number of upvotes or downvotes. On the flip side, don't measure how right someone is by how calm they are or how right they seem. People get hysterical for a reason. People get angry for a reason, and any bastard can be calm and smug while advocating the worst shit in the world. The cult of rationality is just that, a cult, and anyone can twist statistics into anything if they are skilled enough. Just because you pop out a baby doesn't mean it'll keep your so around, and at times it'll make them break up with you. To that part, just because you have the kid doesn't mean it'll unconditionally love you, especially when you're a shitty parent. These are things my idiotic friends had made when we were young. Choosing to get knocked up at a wrong time in life has shaken lives to rubble at points. It can really ruin your future also. I knew someone who knocked up his 16-year-old girlfriend when he was a college freshman. They got married in a state where 16 was old enough, but he dropped out of college to support his new family. If you want to marry the person you're dating and start a family, that's fine. But it can be hard without a stable job to support the two of you. 1. Work on improving yourself and your interests now. It will set you up for more success later and likely will attract others to you. 2. None of social structure/drama sheet is going to matter once you're out of school, so don't worry about what others think, you just do you. 3. It's completely legal for a teenager to buy all the equipment and ingredients to make beer. Just saying.